Many people remain trapped in their past without realizing how much it silently controls their present decisions and future possibilities. Memories of mistakes, failures, heartbreaks, or missed opportunities often replay in the mind like an endless loop. The human mind naturally remembers pain more strongly than success, which makes it easy to believe that past events define personal worth. When someone constantly looks back at what went wrong, they begin to carry invisible emotional weight that slows their progress. Instead of seeing themselves as a person capable of growth, they start identifying themselves with their worst moments. This mindset creates fear, hesitation, and self-doubt, preventing new opportunities from being embraced. Every person has experienced moments they wish they could change. Some regret wrong choices, others carry guilt over words spoken in anger, and many feel ashamed of failures that once embarrassed them. Yet the past exists only as a lesson, not as a permanent identity. Life moves forward whether someone is ready or not. And growth becomes possible only when the past is viewed as education rather than punishment. Mistakes teach awareness, hardship builds strength, and disappointment develops wisdom. Without those experiences, personal maturity would never exist. The strongest individuals are not those who never failed, but those who learned how to rise after falling. Holding on to past pain often creates fear of trying again. Someone who once failed may hesitate to start a new journey because they expect the same outcome. This fear becomes a barrier that limits potential long before reality has a chance to prove otherwise. Growth requires courage to step into uncertainty while accepting that perfection is impossible. Progress begins the moment a person decides that yesterday's outcome does not determine tomorrow's possibilities. Each new day offers a clean page, untouched by previous errors, waiting for new actions and new choices. Forgiving oneself is one of the most powerful steps toward freedom. People are often kinder to others than they are to themselves. They easily understand that others make mistakes, yet they struggle to grant themselves the same compassion. Self-forgiveness does not mean ignoring responsibility. It means acknowledging mistakes while refusing to remain emotionally imprisoned by them. When someone accepts that they were learning at every stage of life, guilt slowly transforms into understanding. That understanding creates emotional space for confidence and renewal. Comparing the present self to the past version can also reveal how much growth has already occurred. The person someone was years ago is not the same person standing today. Experiences change perspectives, challenges strengthen resilience, and time shapes character. Recognizing personal development helps shift focus from regret toward gratitude for progress. Instead of asking why something happened, it becomes more meaningful to ask what lessons were gained from it. Letting go of the past does not mean forgetting memories entirely. It means refusing to allow them to control present decisions. The past can serve as guidance without becoming a burden. When lessons are learned, they become tools rather than chains. Moving forward requires intentional focus on current actions, goals, and values. Energy spent reliving old moments can instead be invested in building new opportunities. Many successful people once faced rejection, loss, or failure that seemed overwhelming at the time. Their success was not created by avoiding mistakes, but by refusing to remain defined by them. They understood that life rewards persistence, not perfection. Every step forward, no matter how small, weakens the grip of the past and strengthens belief in the future. Choosing growth over regret transforms mindset and behavior. Instead of fearing failure, a person begins to see challenges as necessary parts of improvement. Confidence grows when attention shifts from what cannot be changed to what can still be created. Personal transformation begins internally, with the decision to release old labels and embrace new possibilities. The future remains unwritten, shaped only by the actions taken today and the willingness to continue moving forward despite what once happened. Moving forward in life often requires a difficult but necessary decision, letting go. Many people desire progress, happiness, and peace, yet they unknowingly hold on to emotional baggage that keeps them tied to the past. Painful memories, broken relationships, disappointments, and unfulfilled expectations can quietly occupy the heart and mind. These attachments consume energy that could otherwise be used for growth. When someone tries to move ahead while still carrying resentment, regret, or anger, every step feels heavier. Progress becomes slow, not because opportunities are missing, but because emotional weight prevents freedom. Letting go does not mean pretending that experiences never happened. It means accepting reality without allowing it to control the future. People often hold on to past hurt because it feels familiar, even when it causes suffering. The mind convinces itself that remembering pain protects against future disappointment, yet this habit only extends emotional wounds. Healing begins when a person understands that holding on to pain does not change the past, it only limits the present. True strength appears when someone chooses peace over attachment to suffering. One of the hardest things to release is resentment toward others. When someone feels wronged, anger can feel justified and even empowering. However, resentment slowly becomes a burden carried every day. It occupies thoughts, affects mood, and influences decisions. Forgiveness is not about excusing harmful behavior or denying injustice. It is about freeing oneself from emotional captivity. Forgiveness allows the heart to recover its energy and focus on personal growth rather than constant emotional replay of past events. Letting go also applies to expectations that no longer serve a person's journey. Many individuals struggle because life did not unfold according to their plans. They hold tightly to dreams that belong to an earlier version of themselves, refusing to accept new paths opening before them. Growth sometimes requires releasing outdated goals or identities to make space for better opportunities. What once felt like loss may later reveal itself as redirection towards something more meaningful. Fear of change often prevents people from releasing what holds them back. Even unhealthy situations can feel safer than uncertainty. People remain in environments, habits, or relationships that limit their potential simply because they fear the unknown. Yet progress exists only outside comfort zones. Letting go creates space for transformation, allowing new experiences, healthier connections, and personal development to enter life. Emotional clutter affects mental clarity. When the mind constantly revisits past disappointment, it becomes difficult to recognize present blessings or future possibilities. Releasing unnecessary emotional attachments clears mental space, allowing creativity, confidence, and hope to grow. A lighter heart makes it easier to take risks, pursue goals, and embrace change without constant fear. Self-identity is also shaped by what a person chooses to hold on to. Someone who continuously identifies as a victim of past circumstances may struggle to see themselves as capable and strong. Letting go allows a shift from survival to empowerment. Instead of being defined by what happened, a person begins defining themselves by how they rise beyond it. This shift in perspective transforms challenges into sources of strength rather than reminders of limitation. The process of letting go is rarely instant. It requires patience, self-awareness, and repeated conscious effort. Some days feel easier, while others bring back old emotions unexpectedly. Progress happens gradually as acceptance replaces resistance. Each moment of release strengthens emotional resilience and builds confidence in moving forward. When emotional burdens are released, energy once spent on the past becomes available for building the future. Motivation increases, relationships improve, and personal goals feel more achievable. Life begins to feel less like a struggle against memories and more like a journey toward purpose. Letting go becomes an act of self-respect, a decision to prioritize peace, growth, and forward movement over attachment to what can no longer be changed. Many people spend a large portion of their lives either regretting the past or worrying about the future, forgetting that real change can only happen in the present moment. The past is unchangeable and the future remains uncertain, yet today holds the power to shape both direction and destiny. When attention constantly shifts to what already happened or what might happen later, valuable opportunities in the present are ignored. Progress begins when a person realizes that small actions taken today carry more influence than endless thinking about yesterday or tomorrow. Focusing on today's actions requires discipline of the mind. It is easy to delay effort by promising to start tomorrow or waiting for the perfect moment. Many dreams remain unfulfilled not because they are impossible, but because consistent daily action never begins. Success rarely arrives through sudden transformation. It grows through repeated small steps performed with commitment. Each decision made today becomes a building block for future results. Even simple habits practiced consistently can create powerful long-term change. Pray hard, pray with conviction. The present moment is where control exists. A person cannot rewrite past mistakes and they cannot fully predict future outcomes, but they can decide how to act right now. Choosing to work, learn, improve, or try again today restores a sense of power and responsibility. Instead of feeling helpless about circumstances, individuals discover that progress depends on daily effort rather than perfect conditions. Every productive action weakens procrastination and strengthens confidence. Overthinking often prevents people from taking action. They analyze risks, imagine failures, and wait for certainty before moving forward. This hesitation creates paralysis where plans remain ideas instead of becoming reality. Action breaks this cycle. Taking even a small step reduces fear because movement replaces doubt. Momentum builds gradually, and once progress begins, motivation naturally increases. The mind becomes focused on solutions rather than problems. Daily consistency shapes identity. When someone commits to improving a little each day, they begin to see themselves as disciplined and capable. Confidence grows not from occasional success, but from repeated effort. Waking up with intention, completing tasks, and honoring personal goals reinforce belief in one's abilities. Over time, these small victories accumulate into meaningful transformation. The person who consistently shows up today becomes prepared for opportunities tomorrow. Focusing on today also improves emotional well-being. Anxiety often comes from worrying about distant outcomes that cannot yet be controlled. By concentrating on present responsibilities, the mind becomes calmer and more grounded. Completing daily tasks provides a sense of accomplishment and reduces feelings of overwhelm. Instead of feeling lost in a large uncertain future, life becomes manageable through attention to immediate steps. Many people underestimate how powerful small actions truly are. Reading a few pages daily leads to knowledge. Practicing a skill regularly leads to mastery, and making healthier choices consistently leads to physical and mental strength. Results may not appear immediately, which causes some to quit too early. However, progress often happens quietly beneath the surface before becoming visible. Trusting daily effort allows patience to replace frustration. The present moment also offers opportunities for gratitude and awareness. Appreciating what exists today strengthens motivation and positivity. When individuals recognize progress already made, they develop encouragement to continue moving forward. Gratitude shifts focus from what is missing to what is possible, creating a mindset that supports growth rather than discouragement. Life moves forward one day at a time, not all at once. Grand visions become reality only when broken into manageable actions performed consistently. Each morning provides a chance to restart, refocus, and realign with purpose. By investing energy into meaningful actions today, individuals gradually shape a future that reflects persistence, dedication, and intentional living. Every step taken now contributes to becoming the person they aspire to be, proving that transformation begins with what is done in the present moment rather than what is imagined in the distance. Failure is often misunderstood as an end point, when in reality it is a natural and necessary part of every meaningful journey. Many people fear failure so deeply that they avoid taking risks altogether. They hesitate to try new opportunities, start projects, or pursue dreams because they worry about making mistakes or facing disappointment. This fear creates a false sense of safety, but it also prevents growth. Progress cannot exist without challenges, and challenges inevitably include moments where things do not go as planned. Every successful individual has experienced failure in some form. Behind achievements are stories of rejection, loss, misjudgment, and repeated attempts that did not succeed immediately. What separates those who eventually succeed from those who remain stuck is not talent or luck, but resilience. Failure provides information that success alone cannot teach. It reveals weaknesses, exposes gaps in preparation, and encourages improvement. Each setback becomes feedback, guiding the next attempt toward better results. When someone experiences failure, emotions such as embarrassment, frustration, or self-doubt naturally arise. These feelings can be overwhelming, especially when expectations were high. However, failure only becomes destructive when a person interprets it as proof of personal inadequacy. A failed attempt does not mean someone lacks ability. It simply means the method, timing, or approach requires adjustment. Viewing failure as a learning experience transforms disappointment into motivation. Growth happens outside comfort zones. Trying something new always involves uncertainty, and uncertainty carries the possibility of failure. Avoiding failure may protect pride temporarily, but it limits potential permanently. Each attempt strengthens courage regardless of the outcome. Even unsuccessful efforts build experience, emotional strength, and adaptability. Over time, these qualities create confidence rooted in perseverance rather than perfection. Failure also teaches patience. Many people expect immediate results and feel discouraged when success does not arrive quickly. Reality rarely rewards instant achievement. Skills develop gradually through repetition, correction, and persistence. Mistakes reveal areas that need refinement, allowing progress to occur step by step. Learning to tolerate temporary setbacks builds endurance necessary for long-term success. Another powerful lesson within failure is humility. Success can sometimes create overconfidence, while failure encourages reflection and self-awareness. It reminds individuals to remain open to learning and improvement. This mindset keeps growth continuous rather than stagnant. Those who embrace failure remain adaptable, willing to evolve as circumstances change. Fear of judgment often makes failure seem more painful than it truly is. People worry about how others will perceive their mistakes, which discourages them from trying again. Yet most individuals are focused on their own lives and challenges. The opinions of others rarely hold lasting significance compared to personal growth gained through perseverance. Confidence grows when individuals prioritize learning over external approval. Resilience develops through repeated recovery from setbacks. Each time someone rises after falling, they strengthen mental toughness and emotional stability. Overcoming difficulties builds belief in one's ability to handle future challenges. Eventually, failure loses its power to intimidate because it becomes recognized as a temporary phase rather than a permanent condition. Many breakthroughs occur only after multiple unsuccessful attempts. Persistence allows refinement, innovation, and deeper understanding. What initially appears as failure often becomes preparation for future success. Lessons learned through hardship create wisdom that cannot be gained through ease alone. Choosing to continue after failure reflects courage and determination. Instead of seeing obstacles as signs to quit, resilient individuals interpret them as steps along the path. Every setback carries an opportunity to grow stronger, wiser, and more prepared for future achievements. By accepting failure as part of the journey, individuals free themselves from fear and open the door to continuous improvement and meaningful progress. Patience is one of the most challenging qualities to develop in a world that encourages instant results and quick success. Many people begin their journeys with strong motivation and high expectations, but when progress appears slow or invisible, discouragement begins to grow. The desire for immediate rewards often causes individuals to doubt their efforts, question their abilities, or abandon their goals too early. Understanding that meaningful growth requires time allows a person to remain steady even when visible results have not yet appeared. Every process of development follows a natural rhythm. Just as seeds planted in the ground require time to grow roots before becoming visible above the surface, personal progress often happens quietly before it becoming visible above the surface. Personal progress often happens quietly before it becomes known. Skills improve gradually. Confidence strengthens through repeated experience, and character develops through consistent effort. The absence of immediate results does not mean failure. It often means that preparation is still taking place beneath the surface. Trust. The process requires belief in long-term outcomes rather than short-term validation. When individuals focus only on immediate success, they become emotionally dependent on quick achievements. This mindset creates frustration whenever progress slows. Shifting attention toward consistent effort rather than instant results helps maintain motivation. Each small action contributes to improvement even when change cannot yet be measured. Consistency becomes more powerful than bursts of temporary enthusiasm. Patience also protects emotional stability during difficult phases. Challenges, setbacks, and delays are unavoidable parts of any meaningful journey. Without patience, obstacles feel overwhelming and personal. With patience, challenges are viewed as temporary situations rather than permanent barriers. This perspective allows individuals to continue moving forward without losing hope or confidence. Calm persistence replaces anxiety, enabling clearer decision-making and stronger resilience. Many people underestimate the value of persistence during slow periods. The moments when progress feels invisible are often the most important stages of growth. Discipline developed during these times strengthens character and prepares and develops greater responsibilities later. Those who continue working despite uncertainty build endurance that separates lasting success from temporary achievement. Comparison with others often weakens patience. Seeing others succeed quickly can create feelings of inadequacy or urgency. However, every journey unfolds at a different pace, influenced by unique circumstances, experiences, and opportunities. Comparing timelines distracts from personal growth and creates unnecessary pressure. Trusting one's own path encourages focus on improvement rather than competition. Patience does not mean passive waiting. It means active commitment combined. With faith in gradual progress, continuing to learn, practice, and improve daily demonstrates trust in the process. Each effort strengthens the foundation for future results. Even when outcomes seem distant, consistent action ensures that growth continues. Progress may be slow, but it remains steady. Doubt often appears when results are delayed. The mind begins to question whether efforts are worthwhile or whether change will ever come. During these moments, patience becomes a form of inner strength. Choosing to continue despite uncertainty builds confidence rooted in perseverance rather than external validation. Over time, accumulated effort begins to reveal results that once seemed impossible. Trusting the process also involves accepting that setbacks and redirection are part of growth. Not every plan unfolds exactly as expected, yet unexpected challenges often lead to valuable lessons and new opportunities. Flexibility combined with patience allows individuals to adapt without losing focus on long-term goals. Consistency practiced over time transforms ordinary effort into extraordinary achievement. Daily discipline, even when motivation fluctuates, creates momentum that eventually produces visible change. Patience ensures that temporary difficulties do not interrupt long-term progress. Believing in gradual improvement allows individuals to continue moving forward with confidence. Understanding that meaningful success is built through sustained effort, resilience, and unwavering commitment to the journey unfolding step by step. Life often presents moments when continuing forward feels incredibly difficult. Challenges appear unexpectedly. Plans fall apart, and uncertainty creates emotional exhaustion. During such times, many people feel tempted to stop trying or to give up entirely. The journey becomes heavy when hope weakens and motivation fades. Yet true strength it reveals itself when a person decides to keep moving despite fear, confusion, or hardship. Moving forward with faith and purpose provides direction even when circumstances seem unclear. Faith gives meaning to struggle. It allows individuals to believe that hardships are not random obstacles but part of a larger journey of growth and learning. When someone trusts that every experience carries wisdom, they begin to face challenges with patience rather than despair. Faith becomes an internal anchor that keeps the heart steady during storms. Instead of feeling lost, a person develops confidence that difficulties are temporary stages leading towards something greater. Purpose acts as a guiding force that transforms effort into meaningful action. Without purpose, challenges feel pointless and draining. When individuals understand why they are moving forward, endurance becomes easier. Purpose reminds them of values, dreams, and responsibilities that give life direction. Even small steps feel significant when connected to a deeper reason. Purpose provides clarity during confusion and motivation during moments of weakness. Moving forward does not require perfect certainty. Many people delay action because they wait for complete clarity about the future. However, progress rarely begins with full understanding. Often the next step becomes visible only after movement starts. Courage grows through action rather than preparation alone. Choosing to continue despite unanswered questions builds confidence and resilience. Each step forward strengthens belief in one's ability to handle whatever lies ahead. Hope plays an essential role in sustaining momentum. Hope is not blind optimism. It is the decision to believe that improvement remains possible even after disappointment. When hope exists, effort continues. Without hope, even small obstacles feel overwhelming. Maintaining hope requires conscious effort, especially during difficult seasons. It involves focusing on possibilities rather than limitations and remembering past moments when perseverance led to positive outcomes. Faith and purpose together create emotional resilience. Challenges no longer feel like signs of failure but opportunities for growth. Instead of asking why difficulties occur, individuals begin asking what lessons can be learned from them. This shift in perspective transforms adversity into a teacher rather than an enemy. Strength develops through consistent forward movement, even when progress feels slow. Fear often attempts to interrupt progress. Fear of failure, rejection, or uncertainty can create hesitation. Yet fear loses power when confronted with purposeful action. Taking steps forward despite fear builds courage gradually. Confidence does not appear suddenly. It develops through repeated acts of bravery. Each moment of persistence weakens fear's influence and strengthens determination. Moving forward with faith also encourages gratitude. Recognizing small blessings along the journey renews motivation and emotional balance. Gratitude shifts attention away from obstacles toward opportunities already present. This mindset creates positivity that fuels continued effort. Appreciating progress, no matter how small, reinforces belief that movement in the right direction is occurring. Purpose-driven movement can transform setbacks into stepping stones. Difficult experiences become sources of wisdom rather than reasons to stop. Individuals who continue walking with faith understand that success is not defined by the absence of hardship, but by persistence through it. Every challenge faced strengthens character and prepares them for greater responsibilities and achievements. Life constantly moves forward, offering new chances to grow, learn, and evolve. Choosing to keep moving with faith and purpose means refusing to allow temporary struggles to define long-term destiny. It means believing that every step taken with sincerity and determination contributes to a meaningful journey shaped by resilience, hope, and unwavering commitment to personal growth and forward progress.